Between the holiday parties, family gatherings, and photo ops, it's time to kick that beauty routine into high gear to help us look our best, especially when heading into the holidays. So we have renowned dermatologist Dr. Ellen Marmer. She's sharing the latest tips, tricks, and must-haves for getting you picture ready this holiday season.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ellen Marmer. I'm a board-certified dermatologist in New York City, and we're here today to talk about how to make your skin look great for the holidays this year. First of all, take care of yourself. Recharge your batteries, sleep well, eat well, exercise, moisturize, and you'll notice your skin will start to glow anyway. Also, talk to your dermatologist about things you can do in the office to make your skin look better. One great thing is called Dysport 4 injection, and this is an injection between the eyebrows and the muscles that make those frown lines. When we inject Dysport, it takes 3 or 4 days to start noticing that those muscles are not quite as strong and that your wrinkles are improved in this area. Sometimes when you can't frown, you actually feel better and you just look more pleasant in general. But you can still express and move and feel natural. So Dysport lasts 3 to 4 months, and sometimes after the injection you might notice a small amount of tenderness or swelling or bruising in the area that's going to go away. Another good thing to talk about to your dermatologist is Sculptra Aesthetic, and this is another type of injection called a filler. This is FDA approved to increase the stimulation of your collagen in the skin and to help some of the fine lines and wrinkles in your skin. Sculptra Aesthetic is an injection that can be done in a series of treatments for subtle, gradual improvement of the collagen in your skin. You'll notice that your wrinkles are smoother and that you look better in photos. Again, because it's an injection, you might notice injection site tenderness, a small amount of bruising or swelling, and those go away. Ask your doctor for all the other side effects and the other things you can do to improve your skin. And then you can also learn more at dysportusa.com and sculptraaesthetic.com. Enjoy your holidays.
Thanks to Galderma Laboratories LP for sponsoring that segment.